here. Got 18 degrees, but really overcast. And it was saying sunny. It was quite sunny actually earlier, but it's a bit grot bags now. Anyway, I'll put it over to you, Gary. See, you were first on there. See you using the PDUT client from Argentina. And obviously working a bit better now. VK4, GRB, G1LQ.
G1NLQ, VK4, Golf Romeo Bravo. No worries there, Dave. Good evening to all. Good morning to the guys in the UK. Yeah, not much happening this way. Oh, sorry about that. Playing with the microphone. Just been doing some bits and pieces around here today, keeping out of trouble. G1NLQ, VK4, Golf Romeo Bravo.
Yeah, VK4, GRB, G1LQ. Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah, I did hear you. What was it? Last night. Yeah, I think it was last night. You were having a chat with
a guy in America.
Guy in the States, and yeah, I put the tablet on, but I don't think everything was honky dory because you were very broken and he was very broken, and then I turned the thing off, and then I think it had done an update. As this has just done a blooming update, it's telling me to restart the computer, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, all good there, mate. Yeah, laughing at the over the road there, just taking a small digger or a small excavator through the gateway, and they're taking down an old shed, and it was quite funny. I was told that I used to know the old couple that lived there, but I didn't know that this thing was built like a little house. It was really quite nice, actually. Lovely the way it was built. But yeah, and anyway, they're taking it down, so be a bit funny. And I'm wondering whether they're going to take down the tree as well. So that would be interesting, because my son's just had to put in permission to get his two taken down, which we can see from our house. Anyway, let's put it over to the old passionate lover with his sort of gravelly voice today. M0DCO G1NLQ.
G1NLQ from M0DCO. Yeah, okay there, Dave. Yes, it's certainly gone way down, as they say. Good evening to Gary and to any the other guys there in Aussie. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. It was all right when we came back from Western Supermare on Monday. Whether it was someone on the train, there was quite a few people coughing and sneezing on the train, so I'd put it down to that. Went up to Moorfields, but my voice was yesterday, and it was already out, going sort of deeper as it was, and it sort of dropped even more this morning. So anyway, yeah, don't feel too bad. Felt quite tired yesterday, but I think that was the start of it all. So hopefully you get that flush through the system. G1NLQ from M0DCO.
Thanks.
Yeah, M0DCO G1LQ. Yeah, this is it. That's probably where you picked it up. because yeah, they have this blooming air conditioning on the trains, don't they? And that just pumps it from one end to the other. And I don't know if I don't think you can still open the windows on those trains now, can you? So yeah, we used to be able to open the window and get a bit of air coming through. It was good, but the modern transport, relies on recirculating crud around the carriages, doesn't it? A bit like an airplane, somebody sneezes or farts or something, and everybody gets it. So yeah. And good morning to Wayne. Good to hear you, mate. Right, let's pop it over to Lisa quickly. And you got the washing going out, have you, love? And I'll take you've been down to town as well. 2E0. Oh, sorry, 2E1. DUE G1NLQ.
G1NLQ 2E1DU. Well, I've been down to the little local Sainsbury's today. And then on Tuesday went down for a few bits before our normal delivery on Wednesday. But yeah, we had a great time away and seeing some people we'd met there before and meeting some new people. But yeah, touch wood, and I'm touching wood. I haven't caught the cold yet. Yeah, so as you say, the washing's on, and hopefully it'll be able to go outside later on and get dried out there. And talking about windows in trains, I wouldn't have known how to open the old ones in the past, but as you say, I'm sure they used to have them open. G1NLQ 2E1DU.
Yeah, 2E1DU, G1NLQ. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the old ones used to lift them a bit, didn't you? And they used to slide down, the old slam door trains. But then I think they brought in some that just had little tiny windows, which was quite good. But I think they stopped it so that Yubs didn't chuck things out of them and like that. Let's pop it over to Wayne. Good evening, Wayne. I trust you're well. And things are going okay. VK4, AGR, G1NLQ. I can't hear Wayne. Wayne, are you there? Nothing heard. Let's pop it over to Daryl. I think your thing kept flicking on and off there, Daryl, but yeah, typical of the Android system there. Oh, we've got Wayne's popped back on, but let's pop it over to you, Daryl. VK4DGM, G1LQ.
Yeah, G1NLQ, VK4DGM returning. Yeah, good morning there, Dave and Eddie, and evening to the other guys. Yeah, no, I just went and got some medicine in the BWS mob there, green ginger wine. Getting a bit of sore throat, so I thought I might grab some medicine, and while we're here, we got a raspberry and custard slice, and rum iced coffee. So we'll see how our medicines go. Yeah, nice sunset here this afternoon too. Pretty red, all lit up there, the sky. So I don't know. I think that's a sign of a hot summer coming for southeast Queensland. And a lot of smoke in the air tonight too, a lot of burning off going on, because they're in a big rush to get that over and done with too. It's getting quite dry too. So we'll see how we go. Alright, other than that, not much else happening. We'll go and might have a go and have a look on Netflix. I think they loaded up a couple of new programs there. And yeah, the Netflix has been ordered to put more Aussie programming on too there, Dave. So when they're streaming here in Australia now, so they've got to have a minimum 50%. So they're going to sort them out, I guess. G1NLQ, VK4DGM.
Yeah, VK4DGM, G1LQ. Okay, I don't know what's happening here because you disappeared off my thing, but I was still hearing you. Got you there now. You're back again. Yeah. Well, we used to piggyback our Netflix off of my son over the road, but they've now come down on it and not allowing it. It was good because I mean we weren't great bingers of Netflix. You know, we only occasionally used to watch a film or something like that. But I think Netflix have done themselves a lot of harm that way. And let's face it, they've gone and spent loads and loads of money on blooming the Ginger Winge and whatever her name is out there in California now. Yeah, so yeah, it's yeah. Why spend money on that pair? Oh, they're blooming awful. They really are. Anyway, Wayne's back again. Wayne, are you there? VK4AGR G1NLQ. Oh, he's gone again. I think he must be having trouble with his.
Probably on a scan, Dave.
Yeah, he might be scanning, but no, he can't be scanning. He's back again. You there, Wayne? VK4AGR, VK4AGR, G1NLQ. Nah, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on there. It's either the server or the internet or something, but he's up and down like a bride's nighty today. Yeah, never mind. Let's pop it over to Gary. I doubt whether he gets Netflix out there. Yeah, there's a few films around I wouldn't mind seeing at the moment, but I'm going to have to have a word with my mate. See what's available. VK4 GRB, G1LQ.
G1NLQ, VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo. Yeah, don't worry there, Dave. Wayne's popping on and popping off on mine as well. So it's not just what you're seeing is what I'm seeing as well. Yeah. Okay, on bits and pieces. Yeah, evening there, Daryl. Yeah, okay. You know that stuff is fattening, you know. But not a problem on that. Yeah. I've was having a bit of a play around here with my stuff there today, and I found I've got that many different ones which I could utilise here on the mixer, and the voice, the program I'm looking at the computer is coming through via USB port. But I made up a patch lead to go from speakers out, or actually I made it as line out, to line in on the mixer. So I had a choice of two. I could either use via USB, the USB line through, or through the line in. So, as I said, I'm running through USB at the moment, and it seems to be working. Yes, I'm running on 09. I've got that up there today because that's the one which I was having problems with. I could talk to it, but it wouldn't talk back to me. I could see the piece going up and down, telling me that on echo, telling me that yes, it's coming back, but I wasn't hearing anything in through the system. So I've worked that out today. Hey, so that's why I wasn't on there last week. Last week I was trying to get on, and it would not play ball with me there last week. So that's why you never got a take another one. I just noticed that. That's why I didn't come on last week, because it wasn't playing ball, and so I took my bat and went home. Hi. But today I spent a bit of time playing around and looking at it and saying, right, it's going to be on this channel. So it's now on channel 4 and channel 5. So try again. It's on channel 3 and channel 4. At the moment, I'm running through channel 3. Of course, I'm running through channel 1. My radio, which is in front of me, runs through channel 2. So I'm slowly feeding the banks. Tomorrow morning I'll be doing another broadcast. We've got ABC Radio, local radio, is doing a piece on the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's club, and so I'm going to record the interview and pop that up on so the guys who missed out on it will be able to listen to the interview. It's just the publicity officer is doing the interview, not me. So I won't hear my melodious voice on the radio. Hi. Anyway, G1NLQ, VK4, GRB, Gary in Fairyland. Back to you there, Dave.
Yeah, VK4, GRB, G1NLQ. Okay, yeah, that'd be interesting actually to hear what ABC do. So yeah, I'll take it you'll put it up on your Dippy site. So that'd be it'd be good to have a listen and see what's said on there. I will just try before whether he's having problems there. Wayne, VK4 AGR G1LQ. No, I've got Doctor Who on, so we'll bring Doctor Who in. So morning, Andy. Evening, Andy. I'll bring him in, and then we'll then get back through the thing. And we've got also DL3 Hotel Alpha Echo there as well. But we'll bring Doctor Who in, up there in Toowoomba. How you going, Andy, from G1NLQ?
And very good morning to you, Dave and Nettie, Daryl, and Gary. Yeah, Wayne was there. He most likely heard me and took off. That's all right. Yeah, all going well. I have officially now retired. This is my second time, so we'll just see how far that goes. But the company I work for, they're pretty good, I guess. They've said, all right, you've done it before, so what we'll do, we'll just keep everything open for a couple of months and see how you travel from there. So, yeah, just sick and tired of the politics and that. It's just become quite toxic. So, that's time for me to, I'm too old for that sort of crap. So I'm done. I'll miss the dead. I really will. I'll miss the dead, working with the dead. I like that part of the job. It's very meaningful, to take someone on their last journey. That's it. For me, it's an absolute privilege to do it. So I'll miss that side of it, but I won't miss the people that I'm around. That's enough of that. I played bowls this morning at Drayton. It was pretty busy actually. It wasn't windy to start with. It's a horrible place. The wind just comes from every angle. It's not sheltered at all. It sort of sits on top of a hill, and came up. I guess we're about 2/3 of the way through, and up came the sou'easter. Don was there. Said good day to Don. He's all good. I guess that's it just for the moment. I'll think of something when I come back, Dave.
Yeah, VK4HOOGMLQ. Hang on, have I got it? Yeah, I think I've got it. Yeah. Well, congratulations on retiring a second time there, Andy. I know it was getting you down and here, there, and everywhere, and you moved up there to have a quiet life, didn't you? And fair enough on playing bowls. I did hook up to the Scrub Turkey or the Horizon Net, the other. I can't remember which one it was. And then my internet played up, so it took me out. So I was having a listen there for a little while, and I think I'm supposed to be retired.
What do you mean?
I seem to do babysitting constantly. Which I don't mind, but he's pretty. He's in the terrible twos now. So, he's my mate. We get on all right. So he's gone to nursery today. I didn't think he was going to go to nursery today, but he's gone to nursery today. And I think it's a couple of weeks, and they break up at school. So I'll have a bit of a holiday. I bet your life I will still end up. Dave, can you
help me out?
Can you look after him for here, there, and everywhere? So yeah, all good. But no, good to hear you, Andy. Good to hear you, mate. And good on you for. Take it easy, mate. Take it easy now. Let's pop it over to Brian, M0DCO, G1NLQ.
G1NLQ from M0DCO. Yeah, you say you retire and end up doing more. There's irony about that, isn't there? Yeah, you have to book yourself holiday on the sharpish there, Dave, when you know the dates. No, as you say, it's always good to have the little ones around, and what was it they say? Youth is wasted on the young. They've got so much energy at that age. Here, there, and everywhere, and constantly asking questions. They're constantly on transmit, and they never on receive. Yes, fine there. Good evening to Andy. Good to hear you there, and of course Daryl, and of course Gary. Yeah, sounds like you're having fun with the mixer there, Gary. They take some working out, don't they? I've played around with analog ones, not played around with digital ones, and the last one I had. There were several inputs, and you had to flick a switch. It's basically a three-way switch, and you had to make sure you had the right input on, so that could get interesting from time to time. So I'm sure the digital versions now are even more options, which is all very well, but it's finding the right one and getting it to play ball with a computer. That can be an ongoing battle. Anyway, pass it back to you there, Dave. G1NLQ from M0DCO.
Yeah, M0DCO, G1LQ, yeah, good old mixers. Well, I used to sell them at Maplins, of course. We had some beautiful mixers there. Is it Barringer? Or, I don't know, yeah, I think it's Barringer. One of the best ones was there. It was really quite nice.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Oh, give me a cold there, Brian. No, I've got a fan on here. I think it's just. I moved something and there was a bit of dust. Yeah, he started selling all the mixer stuff and the amps and things like that. It was good fun. And we had a local ham. I can't remember who he was. He used to put all his stuff through an amp, and he had some mixers there and bits and pieces. But yeah, it all went well. Right, let's pop it over to the donut eating unit. Talking about that, I need something to eat. Oh, I'm starving today. We had fish and chips last night, which was very good, rather enjoyable. I was fed up with salad. Night before I did a nice black bean and rice. That was good. So right, let's pop it over to Lisa, 2E1 DEU, G1NLQ.
G1NLQ 2E1DU. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be a fan of the black beans, but yeah, we've mixed different things in with the salad, and I was saying to Brian, I have to let you know that when we was away, I enjoyed having more sweet things, even when Brian was having the savoury things for his lunch. I had scones with the clotted cream and chocolate brownies that I didn't think I liked, but I now do, and lots of other sort of things like that. Wasting bits on my main meal, but eating my puddings, as you could probably gather anyway, Dave. G1NLQ 2E1DU.
Yeah, 2E1 DEU, G1LQ. Yeah, well, you got to do it sometimes, haven't you? You got to do it sometimes. I've found recently, the other night, I was late on. Well, I just about got in to do the net, and so then I had some dinner after. So it must have been, that was about just gone 8 o'clock, and then I had a bit of
Cake.
red velvet cake.
Oh, it's gorgeous, huh?
And God, that caused me some issues in the night. It really did. Yeah, it must have been a bit too sweet. Yeah, so I paid for that. I really did. So yeah, I do like my food, but lately I don't know. I've been getting very picky, and the trouble is when I cook. I still seem to cook for like 3 of us here, and I thought, do a sweet and sour, or as I say, a chicken black bean, or something like that, and with the rice. And I can never judge the rice. Even this time, I made sure a cup and a half of rice for the 2 of us. It still seemed to be too much. We had, I had plaice and chips last night. That was good, and Ned had cod and chips. It made a nice change. It really did.
That was nice.
Right, this poppy, oh, excuse me, yawning. It's not the company, sorry. Over to you, Daryl. Yeah, you got some green ginger. That sometimes does the old sore throat a lot of good, doesn't it? That, or gargle with some salt or something like that. VK4 DGM G1LQ.
G1NLQ, VK4 DGM, Tony. Yeah, no, it's working good with the rum Irish coffee and that too, so all good. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and the raspberry and custard tart gizmo is going all right. Yeah, I don't go much on the red velvet cake. I go for the Black Forest cakes, the better upmarket ones there, Dave. There's always plenty of red velvet around, but Black Forest ones, they do a little bit special, and they got a bit of brandy stuff going through them too, and the brandy snap and that. So all good. All right, I'm going to get out of here and go and have a look around on HF first before we have a look at what's on the Netflix mob. But yeah, best thing I've ever done here. I got using a VPN tunnel now, and got rid of NBN and Foxtel, which that was like nearly $200 a month. Crazy. So I don't miss that at all. And and using the VPN, I've had no problems at all with any connections. Even today, I put a Wi-Fi camera down on our driveway here, which is about nearly 900 metres, and it's working really well on it too. So. And we're just tethering with we've got a dongle here with an external antenna that's got, goes from 2G to up to 5G. So when one plays up, it switches over to the other network there. So I haven't had any problems, so it's been pretty good, touch wood. So, and plus I can have it mobile in the vehicle to use it as well, so all good. All right, Dave, thanks for the nap, and everyone have a good evening and morning, and we'll go look on HF. G1NLQ, VK4DGM. Yeah, look, I think the green ginger won't last long at all there, Over.
Yeah, VK4DGM, G1LQ, yeah, g'day mate, yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, I had a mate phone me just before we were having dinner last night from Greece, and he's saying, 15 metres was wide open. He was hearing Brits coming in and, and bits and pieces like that. So I nipped upstairs, I put the rig on, and I got 5 and 9 of noise. So I thought, that was on one antenna. So I tried on another little rig I got with a long wire antenna, That was 5.9 noise, and so I came downstairs. I got the Hustler on this one, and that was 5.9 noise. So I couldn't, nah, there was. I couldn't even hear any stations at all. So he was just lucky over there. I think the weather patterns were playing up here, which weren't doing us any good. Yeah, a bit of a shame. We got Uncle Wayne back. Are you there, Wayne? VK4AGR G1LQ. No, he's still not hooking in. Let's pop it over to you, Andy. We got Brian just popped up for Triple J as well. VK4HOOG1LQ.
Yeah, all good. Dave, Gary's there. I have to hear his voice. I get a kick out of when we do our Wednesday night net, and he records it, and I put the most stupid photo of me there. So when I come up on his on his system, there's stupid me. Yeah, Wayne, g'day, brother. Brian, how are you, my friend? Hope everything's going well. That's what I was going to ask when you do come on, Brian. Ralph, how's Ralph going? I haven't, I don't get on radio, so but I'd be interested on how he's travelling. I'll go back to you, Dave, and you can direct where to go. G1NLQ, VK4HOO.
Yeah, VK4HOO, G1LQ. Yeah, okay then, mate. Yeah, well, Gary pops the Bunyan Mountains a bit over onto our site as well, so I get to listen to it when I get a bit of time. I do that, so it's all good. And it's nice to hear all what's going on elsewhere as well. So that's nice. That that Gary pops it up on the Radio Club of Thanet Facebook group, so it's all good there. But nice to hear you there, Andy. Let's pop it over to Brian. G'day, Brian, and hope things are well there. Donna and the dogs and everybody there. VK4 Triple J G1LQ.
G1LQ VK4 Triple J. On the list, good evening to Wayne, Andy, Daryl, Brian Jr., David and Eddie, and Gary. Everything's going pretty well. The girls are doing okay. The dogs are doing okay. I'm doing okay if for a bit of speech problem. So I'll do my best to be understood. A bit of a cool afternoon here today. Got a top of 19 degrees. And the fire in the lounge is roaring. I've got a conveyor belt that brings in firewood from out in the shed. I wish. The logs are about half a metre long by about 200 mil wide, and I go through about 6-7 of those an evening, and it's really comfortable and good to look at too. The old fire behind the glass door. Met Daryl at the club last Saturday. It's the first. talked to Daryl over many years, never met him up until Saturday. So nice to meet you, Daryl. I rang Andy during the week to get the name of a pain doctor, and had a conversation with the doctor's receptionist. So we'll follow up on that in the next weeks or 2 or 3. Andy asked about Ralph. I don't have a lot of contact with Ralph. Probably the last time I went up to his place to return some books on antennas. That'll be about a month ago. He's the president of the Bayside Club and a top club man, as you would all know. I think he's organising a trip to the US to meet up with his son and daughter-in-law. Can't remember when. He was applying for the visa when I was around there at his house. Sorry, I forgot to watch the screen. I'll hand it back to you, Dave. G1LQ VK4 Triple J.
Yeah, VK4 Triple J, G1LQ. All good there, Brian. All good. And I bet that was good meeting Daryl. It's funny, isn't it, when you meet somebody you've spoken to on the air for a long while, and you meet up with them. That's brilliant. Same as Daryl popped in on one of our screens one day for the Radio Club of Thanet. It was good seeing him like that, having a chat. It was really good. It was good fun. And occasionally we do ham cam, and we see the various guys that we chat to.
See their face.
Yeah, so it's nice seeing a face and seeing it that way. Of course, and I've got Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and the other day I had a couple of times recently. We've had Steve come in from the Blue Mountains, VCD, should I say? Did I get it right?
VCD.
Yeah, VCD, yeah. He popped in and phoned me up about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's quite funny, really. What are you doing up, you know? Of course, he's just had an operation as well on his heart. So he was in a little bit of a problem there, but anyway, he's making amends. Right, let's just see. Wayne, are you there? I did see you pop up. Let's give this a go now. VK4 AGR G1LQ.
Yeah, G1NLQ VK4 AGR. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I was going on to the echo and testing the audio and everything. It was working there. I went up onto the Chinese room. It was working there, but it wouldn't key up here. So, anyway, it's working now. Yeah, g'day, Dave and Brian and Andy, and I think I heard Gary there. I don't know who else is there, but anyway, good evening to all. There's another guy there. I don't know what his call sign was. I could barely hear him. His audio was way down. I don't know if anyone else picked up on that. Yeah, so, yeah, I've been away down in New South Wales for the last 2 weeks. I got home, when did I get home? Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Anyway, went down and stayed with a nephew out a place called Canamble. Anyway, that's what I've been doing, Dave, and G'day Andy and g'day Brian. Two stations I haven't heard for a long time. I actually said something about you two fellas about 3 weeks ago to Mike, VK4MY. I hadn't heard you around for such a long time, and I know your problem, Brian. I thought that might have been the issue, but anyway, you're sounding okay, which is good. I know what you're going through. My brother went through it, so I fully understand what the problems are there, if you haven't been around on radio. Yeah, and other than that, Dave, yeah, I haven't heard you on DMR. It's been dead. I've gone over to free DMR, but that's just as dead as DMR, so I'll probably go back to the DMR. And, you know, the only DMR I listen to on the free DMR is the one on Echolink. They have a few, how long have I got? Anyway, yeah, they have a pretty good one there with the nets all over the world. All right, Dave, I won't hold it. I've just been trying to get in here for ages. So I'll get going. Hopefully I'll catch you soon anyway on one of the DMR frequencies. And I sent you an email this afternoon, so you should get it soon. VK or G1NLQ, VK for AGR. Cheers to all. Catch you later.
Yeah, VK for AGR, G1LQ. Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah, I'll check my emails. Yeah, well, I've been having problems with the with Windows doing updates, and my dongle played up. It wiped out all the program. It did mine, and it did another lad's over in Ramsgate, and two over in Ramsgate. So I've been having problems with that. I changed the computer over, and then I had problems with that. And my handhelds, I'd sort of flattened for some reason, so I've got to charge them all up. So that's why I haven't been coming up on 505, you know, so plus babysitting duties and things like that. I just, you know, I come here and I'm sort of like, oh yeah, I've got to do so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and I don't get any of it done. But all good. Yeah, fair enough on being down New South Wales. I hope you got your passport stamp coming back in. Yeah, you probably didn't hear Brian M0DCO too well, or Lisa. Brian's got a bit of a bad throat at the moment, and Lisa is very quietly spoken anyway. Yes, the audio is a little bit down on them too, but yeah, no worries. It's probably just on the phone a little bit difficult there, but all good. And yeah, Brian Triple J, yeah, everything I understand there. We understood everything you said, so there was
no problem.
No worries there. So it was good to hear you there. Right, we'll pop it back through. Yeah, thanks Wayne for persisting there. Anyway, we'll pop it back through, and then it'll be nearly 10 o'clock and we'll disappear, I suppose. VK4 GRB G1NLQ.
G1 NLQ, VK4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. Yeah, okay, with the levels, yeah, I'm having fun with the mixer here. Actually, it's not too bad. The majority of yous are all within 2 notches. So I've only got to just give a little twig to keep yous in the level I keep yous on, or what I record at. Lisa is the one. Lisa, no dreads, but I'm aware that you're away from the microphone. I just about have to have the the mixer up to just about flat out. But that's no problems. You're in to get you into my limits. But that's no problems. But you know, you guys won't notice too much of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I run between -9 and -6. Is where I have my audio set at. That's on the VU meters, of course. Yeah, okay. Other than that, all as I said, all are good. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a what I've got in front of me is a 9-channel mixer. It does. I could have 4 line-ins, 4 microphones. On the first 4 fade. Well, I could put the faders anywhere I want. Yeah, I could select which ones I want. So, channel 1 is my microphone, is my main mic. Channel 2 is the radio. It's turned off at the moment. That's for when I'm doing. That's for the Wednesday night net. I hardwire straight into that. 3 is the computer. So that's what I'm running 2 channels at the present. My channel 1 and channel 3. Channel 4 is another chat channel. Channel 4 is Bluetooth. So the items which I've got Bluetooth connected to go through channel 4. Channel 5 is another chat channel.
Run out, Gary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the mixer as I'm just explaining on channel 7. Channel 7 is all my different sound effects and all that, and my MIDI files which I've got in for. I'm making up a new MIDI file for the Wednesday night net, and I'll put that on. I'll put that on this one as well. But that's during editing. I do all that stuff. So no one actually hears all that stuff going on until I could do it live, but you wouldn't really want to hear the intro and the outtake, in the lot. But so that's all in editing. But the majority of the editing is done in hand as I'm recording. I'm also editing at the same time, so I could pick and choose what I'm doing. So yeah, it's as I said, it's a Rode mixer. It's Australian made, made in New South Wales. I stick with Australian stuff if I can. But anyway, that's the mixer. So it's got multiple functions. So as I said, when on Bluetooth, I could connect up to the phone and talk through the mixer through to make the phone calls and whatnot. So yeah, it is it is purely digital. It's actually got more computer power than what my bloody computers have got. But anyway, with that lot there, I'm going to time out again. G1 NLQ, VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. Back to you there, Dave.
Yeah, okay, Gary. G1NLQ returning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for anybody that is on that wants to listen to some of our past Peanut nets or Gary's Bunyan Mountains nets, he's got them on his Dippy TV on YouTube, so it's all good. Or if you're on the radio club of Thanet, we pop them up there, or Gary pops them up there as well, so you can listen away to some of the nets as well and see what's happening elsewhere. So it's all good. So if you miss a net or something like that, and you might want to find out what's going on, you can do that. I'll very quickly bring Owen in, and then I'll come back down to Brian then. So VK4 FODM, good evening to you, Owen, and hope you got your motor back from G1LQ.
Yeah, G1LQ, no worries there, Dave. No, I still haven't got it back. I hadn't told me or rang me up or anything, so I suppose everything's been good so far. When he rings me up and it's not fixed, that's when I'll probably be worried. But yeah, it's good to have all that sort of stuff. We used to have that sort of stuff years ago when I used to be in the old chat rooms. Over the years, people like to go back and have these little clips of the different chat rooms I used to have, or in America they call them do-drop-in rooms. So yeah, it was all good, and we used to play a lot of music and all that on them. And they'd send you the clips by email, and then you can sit back and listen to it again. And definitely it's good, good for the history too. The G1NLQ, BK4FODM.
Yeah, VK4FODM, G1LQ. Yeah, it is good. You sort of think to yourself, oh God, I missed the net. I wonder what went on, and it is good. You can go back and have a listen. So yeah, good on you, Gary, for popping them on there. It's nice. So it's all good. So anybody that's not on Radio Club of Thanet Facebook group, you're all welcome. You're all welcome to come in there and see what we do on there. Thanks, Gary, for putting the WIA news on there as well. So have a listen to that later as well when it pops up. I know you just put the bits up there, but it's good to listen to that as well. Brian, as we'll go through, it's going past 10 now, so I'm going to get coffee in a little while and something to eat. So M0DCO G1LQ.
G1NLQ from M0DCO. Okay there, Dave. Yeah, thanks for running the net as usual. And I shall check it out. I'd forgotten all about that. I'm sure someone told me that you could go back, so I can go back and listen to the two nets we missed while we were away. So I shall have to see if I can sort out my old Shaw mic, because I'm sure that comes over louder. No pun there intended. And of course, good evening to Brian Senior. Good to hear you there, Brian. We haven't had a natter for a while, and as Dave said, no problem understanding you whatsoever. Perfectly clear. So no worries about that one. And to all the other guys on the net. So with that, pass it back to you there, Dave. G1NLQ from M0DCO.
Yeah, M0DCO, G1NLQ. Yeah, okay there, mate. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, the old Shaw mics are brilliant, aren't they? They are really a good old thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I had one somewhere, but every now and again I unearth something, and I sometimes stand there and cry because it's been chucked in a box and it's got damaged, and it was Some of the stuff was put in the shed down the end of the garden, and we got some ratty friends down there, and they decide to eat through cables, and it's real upsetting. But yeah, never mind. Right, let's pop it over to Lisa and put the donut down, Lisa. 2E1 DEU G1LQ.
G1NLQ, 2E1DU. Yeah, you don't want the ratty friends. And no, I didn't have a donut, just made the coffee. And talking about rubbish, Dave, our recycle bins didn't get emptied, so I phoned them up, and there was a recorded message saying that particular ones were on strike, so put them out, leave them out for today, and if they're not emptied by lunchtime, put them out when you're next due to have your recycle. So yeah, let's hope that gets sorted out. G1NLQ 2E1DU.
Yeah, 2E1DEU, G1LQ. Yeah, there was something come up on the news yesterday that's saying that they've not accepted their the offer, and they're continuing on strike. Yeah, that's I think it's Serco, isn't it? You have over there. Yeah, I'm sure that they said they were on strike. Ours, I don't know what's happened. They were threatening it, and I think they haven't as yet. So it's quite good. And I did see they've taken down all of the fencing and everything down by Marks and Spencer's. I came over there the other week on the bus with Ollie, but I did see on the internet that they've removed all of the fencing, so it looks like it's a clear walkway now. So that's a bit better. So you might not have to do any limbo dancing around the old fences there. But yeah, all good, all good. I see if Daryl's still there. He's still there, Daryl. VK4DGM, G1LQ.
Yeah, G1NLQ, VK4D. Yeah, we're still here, going good. And if Andy's still there, I spent time with Ralph and Peter on Tuesday. They were sorting out BK4BT's shack there. So Ralph's doing all right, and yeah, a couple of weeks ago I caught up with him when they had a Razza presentation at their club too. So all good. Yeah, tomorrow our Ipswich Radio Club's having a HF day tomorrow. They've invited all the new foundation operators and anyone that doesn't have your HF in there at home, QDH. They come over and try all the HF bands there and give it all a bit of a go there tomorrow afternoon. So we've got a heap of antennas up there, a few beams and a quad, and a few dipoles and that as well. So hopefully the conditions will be okay tomorrow. So we'll see how we go. All right, everyone have a good evening, and thanks for the net. G1NLQ, VK4DGM, 73 volt.
Yeah, VK4DGM, G1LQ. Yeah, okay there, Darryl. Well, that sounds good, doesn't it? Getting the foundation licensees in on using some radio. Yes, it's all good. It was like my mate. He phoned up yesterday. I wish I had like the SDR so I could have seen if there was any signals there. But whether the noise might have taken them out, I don't know. Yeah, it's all good trying to run up and down the frequencies to see if there's anything there. But with the SDR, it does leave a trace, doesn't it, where somebody might have been. So, yeah, but all good. Yeah, fair enough on having all the antennas up, all ready for them. All good, all good. Right, Andy, VK4HOO, G1NLQ.
And thank you, Dave. Yeah, that would be a great day, wouldn't it, Daryl? I miss clubs that, don't do that. Well, I was with the Gold Coast Club, and they just sit there and drink coffee. And our club out at Dalby, they don't do anything. So yeah, to go to a club and have everything set up, and that would be absolutely awesome. I forgot what it's like. And I know Gary's got some big plans ahead for the Dalby Club. So, we look forward to that. I think he's going to get some activities together. So he's doing well. He's got the ideas, and we appreciate it. Because the Darling Downs Club is, I don't know, I think it's there, but it's disharmony. I do believe I hadn't really sort of had anything to do with it, but it's not in good shape. There was a lot of discontentment and so forth. So yeah, I do miss the radio set up and all that. But hopefully with Gary's steering wheel, something like that might happen. Here, I don't know if you hear the news over there, Dave, but here in Toowoomba, and it's happening in quite a few regional towns, the teenagers, as young as 10, are stealing cars. They break into the house and get the keys and off they go. And there was one horrific accident last night, which is, I suppose it's a couple of kilometres from us, but I just reset. And there was a stolen Commodore, someone's pride and joy, and he must have had a seatbelt on. He was 18, and the girl was only 14. They're quite known to the police, and apparently she didn't have a seatbelt on, so they've estimated the speed was 160 kilometres an hour. The police had sort of identified the car, but they didn't undertake the pursuit because they could see it turning to tears. Yeah, so 160 kilometres an hour into this big tree. And the motor was about 30 metres away from the car, and all the front wheels were in all different directions. She died, she got flung out, and she virtually died at the scene. He's in hospital. I think his hip or something like that. But the thing is, he won't get into trouble. That's the whole thing. It's just, and it bugs Heather and I that, why in the heck don't they just, I don't know, lock them all up, do something? Because it's the same ones all the time. Our Premier says that, we've got the biggest bail conditions and that. Well, they don't care about bail. They don't want to know about bail. They're out and they, within a couple of hours, have stolen another car. So it doesn't matter what the bail situation is. Anyway, that's my little gripe for tonight. It's harrowing. It's just absolutely ridiculous. We're fortunate we're in a gated complex here. Not saying that anything could happen, but there's a lot of other places they'd hit before they got to us, because there's a couple of hundred houses in here. So, but you can't take anything for granted. Well, with my hearse, everywhere I went, if I went to a church or wherever, I'd lock it up. Where normally you just still have the keys in the ignition, so when you've got a drive away and that, I lock it up, put my keys in my pocket. When I go in to get fuel in the hearse, I lock it up. It's just, you shouldn't have to do it, but we are. So, at any rate, so whoever talks to Ralph, Brian or Daryl, if you could just say g'day from me, that'd be lovely. He's a nice guy. I really like I really like Ralph. Yeah, good night, everyone. Back to you, Dave. G1NLQ, VK4, HOO. Good night.
Yeah, VK4, HOO, G1NLQ. Yeah, okay there, Andy. Yeah. No, I fully understand. Yeah, I watch a lot of ABC News, and I get the news for Toowoomba and various places. So I see all what's going on. It's exactly the same over here. I'm paranoid now. I've moved the car. Did I lock it? I check it when I'm taking the dogs for a walk on our last bit of the night walk, and we had our door mirror kicked off a few weeks ago. The same lot go by every Friday night, and I fear for the bits and pieces. The car that they kicked the mirror off is a very old car, and I haven't seen that little bit about the common door, but it is happening here as well. Only a couple of streets away. About 2 o'clock this morning, an old lady had 3 bricks chucked through her window at Street Court, which is just the other side of the Canterbury Road from us. And nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. The railway platform was swarming with transport police the other night. They run around like little hyenas. The latest thing is stealing these vapes, or vape, whatever they are. They're doing that. It just doesn't make life pleasant, does it? And where did it come about that you couldn't name and shame these little blighters? And that's what it wants. It seems to be we're living in a mamby-pamby world where you can't now sort of like, he did so-and-so, grow up and, oh, no, he's under the age, blah, 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 blah. But he was sorting out boot camps. That's a good thing, I'm not into national service, but perhaps good national service would do him a lot of good. I think something like that. Get them into some order. Hang on a minute. Okay, another little bit there. Anyway, don't get me started. Brian, VK4 Triple J G1NLQ. Over to you, mate.
NLQ, VK4 Triple J. Yeah, it's a waste of life. A few years ago, came across a 16-year-old girl as a result of car hitting a tree on the way to Canungra, and she was a mess. Oh, it's a sight you never forget, and it's just such a waste. You can't seem to teach them about road safety, wearing seatbelts, speeding. But nevertheless, that's life in the fast lane. I'll say 73. The voice is going. So I'll charge it up and catch you next time. Back to you, Dave. G1NLQ VK4 Triple J.
Yeah, VK4 Triple J G1LQ. Yeah, okay, Brian. Yeah, I fully understand about the old voice there. And as you say, what a waste. I I had a couple of situations over the years. I was following a lad on a motorbike, 1:30 in the morning, and it was raining. He was on a motorbike, just normal, trousers, white shirt, and he got hypothermia in this rain. Planted the motorbike right in the back of a parked car. Somersaulted up in the air, and I thought his head had come off. It was his helmet had flung off. He'd broken his leg. He'd broken his arm. Various other things. I got on top of the car to try and keep him up there while somebody, I shouted to nearby houses to phone ambulance and police, and he was fighting fit trying to get off this vehicle, and it was frightening. And then some days later, coming out of Dover, two lads come flying by me on a motorbike, much the same sort of situation. They lost it, and they went down the road about 400 yards, flung off this motorbike. Their bodies it was like running cheese graters, and really, really not nice at all. But there's just no sense anymore. I would never have done anything like steal a car or chuck bricks through somebody's window or kick somebody's car or scratch somebody's car. It just wouldn't happen. And they just do not teach children anymore. But parents are just as bad. I still maintain a good slap round the backside did a good job. But you're not allowed to do that anymore. And, we live in a mamby-pamby world, don't we? We really do. Hang on a minute. Take another bite. I'll bring him in very quickly because I don't know whether he's at home or whether he's working. VK2, Golf Hotel. Good day to you, Adrian. Trust you well. G1LQ.
Dave, I'll just pop in. How's Fred? Is he okay? Over.
Yeah, G1LQ. As far as I know with Fred, he was supposed to have some treatment the 11th and 12th this week. I went to speak to him the other night. He popped up on Peanut. And I was expecting Larry to go back to him because Larry had just called him. And Larry's a white stick operator. But before I could get to the screen to speak to him, he disappeared. But as far as I know, he's moved to his daughter's, waiting to move further on to his son's place, and but he was going in for this treatment on his liver, but I've not spoken to him since. But fingers crossed everything's going to go okay. He did say it's not going to cure him, but let's hope that it does something and sorts him out. So back to you. Andy, and good morning to Jens there as well. VK4HOOG Rental Q.
G'day, Jens. How are you, brother? Yeah, thanks, Dave. When you do hear him, just if you could give him my regards, that would be great. I know his whole world sort of turned upside down and sideways and everywhere. It just, things start going wrong. It's like an avalanche, isn't it? But yeah, if you could give him my regards. Alrighty, I'm out of here. And thank you for being there. And I said to Heather, I said, I've got to get dinner out the way early tonight because I'm going on peanut. And she did. All good. Take care. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, VK4HWOG1LQ. Yeah, okay then, mate. Yeah, and good to hear you. Good to hear you. Or as always. It's good to hear everybody. So, yeah, brilliant, brilliant. I will pop it over to Jens before you disappear. Delta Lima 4, Fox Charlie Tango, G1LQ.
Yeah, very good evening, and thank you very much for the mic, Dave. All in between of the whole list there. It's a long list today. Very good. Hello to all of you listening, and this is Delta Lima 4 Foxtrot Charlie Tango here from Rossbach in Germany, and I just wanted to say hello again, and I have one information for Adrian in VK2GH. Adrian, our ladies, the soccer ladies for the World Championship, they have, I heard yesterday, they have arrived at Wyong. So at your place, they have arrived there. And I don't know where they are staying, but maybe you find time to just figure that out if you're interested at all, because the World Championship will start in a couple of days now. And so they have to do some training. They say it's pretty far away, but this is German comment, so I don't know. Everything which is out of Sydney, I think, is very far away. So just for your information, I just wanted to let you know. And apart from that, everything is fine here. We have a lack of rain. We would need some rain, but the summer here in Germany is in full swing. Today we are expecting 28 degrees Celsius, and at the moment we have 24 or something. So it's going to increase, and so it will. The next few days it will hovering around 30 degrees centigrade here. The weather conditions. That's what it is like. And apart from that, our kitchen will be delivered. No, it will be taken off. The kitchen cupboards will be taken off, and then a couple of weeks later, the new kitchen will come. A big thing for us here, for my wife and myself. And Dave, thank you very much for the information on Fred. I hope that the treatment will do the expected success there, and the expected results. So that's, I can understand that he is not on at the moment. And yesterday, another thing, this is for Gary. I heard that people were talking about you, and I sent you a little email on it. I think in 7,115. I think they were talking because I heard Kiwi SDR. Sorry for that. And they were saying, we haven't heard of Gary for quite some time. So I have to ring him. That's what they said, but I couldn't make up their call signs because they never mentioned it. Otherwise, I would have passed it on to you. Okay, it was a long run after a long time. Mike, back to you, Dave. G1NLQ, DL4FCT for the large group.
Yeah, Delta Lima 4 Fox Charlie Tango, G1LQ. Yeah, okay then, mate. Yeah, well, we're just overcast here today. We did have a little bit of rain earlier in the week, which was quite nice, but it's made the grass grow rather quickly again. So so I've got to get out there and cut that down. So do that. And yeah, I will just pop it over to Gary and see if he knows anything about that VK4GLB G1LQ.
G1 NLQ VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo. No worries there, Jens. Okay, on 7115, I think you said. Okay. Yeah, at the moment there, I haven't got any HF up at the present time. The new Ballum came Friday. Yeah, last week. And I haven't had a chance to. I was hoping that over the weekend I would swap out the burnt swap out the burnt Ballum from the bushfire, and put the new one on, but. Like everything, it was put on hold because of other jobs which I'm doing here. Okay, but thanks for that there, Jens. I don't know when I'll be on HF. Hopefully I'll be. I'll get a chance. Or at the moment there, I'm working on my vehicle. I'm doing some bits and pieces to it at the present time, which is a little bit more important at the moment. The vehicle's not going to go anywhere at the moment. Tail shaft is out, and I've putting in new uni joints. So that's taken my bits and pieces at the moment, but I'm hoping during sometime this week, because yeah, I haven't been on HF for well, since the bushfires. I haven't been on because I haven't had any antennas up. I've got to make new legs as well. Two of my HF legs was damaged in the fire as well. So, but I've got plenty of cable here to make new legs. The 160 leg, is it's got to be replaced, and the 80 meter length leg has got to be replaced. Okay, I seen that just then. Don't panic. But thanks for Jens. I will get up there shortly. Mind you, I'm hopefully trying to get Wires X back up. That antenna got destroyed through the bushfire as well. I've putting up Echo Link up here as well. I'm hoping. I'm still waiting on bits and pieces to come through the post for a couple of the items, and I'm hoping somewhere by the end of this month, I'll have all my antennas back up and operational. I'm not going to put a date on it, because if I put a date of such and such date I'll have everything up, I know that I will not have everything up or working by that date. So I'm hoping by the end of the month I should have all my antennas back up, all my links operational, and of course the new one is Echo Link, is the new link going up, and I've got to renew my Wi-Fi antenna up at the link shack. The link shack is 150 meters away from the house, so it doesn't. So I don't interfere with it, and it doesn't interfere with my day-to-day running of my radios here. And it's Wi-Fi linked, and 150 meters is virtually pushing the Wi-Fi to its maximum length. So, I've got to get that back up and operational again as well. As I said, yeah, that fire which went through here, it did cause quite a bit of damage. And of course, I just put it on my chin, oh no, I'm okay, didn't get much there done. I'm right, it just skirted around me. Yeah, it did, it skirted around the house block. But all my link shed was scorched through it all. All my coaxes had to be replaced. That's even for the household stuff, because my antennas were outside the house block, and of course when the fire went through, it took them. So that's why I said there was a fair bit of damage here, and just getting back to getting them all back up again. But anyway, thanks for that there, Jens. But I'm hoping that I will be back up on HF again very shortly, with all the other links as well. My DMR is down, my C4FM is down. As I said, the Echo link is yeah, they're all down. So it's one of those ones where when you're looking at antennas, the price of antennas nowadays is ridiculous. And of course I use on the link radio. The link radio has since there's I noticed that one too. The link radio runs. I've got a X700 Diamond X700 70 centimeter 2 meter antenna at $400 replacement, because it I run two radios into that one antenna. One's on 70, that's for the C4FM, and one's on 2 meters, that's the Echo link. And they're both part of they're both part of the Bunya Mountains links. My DMR one is an F2300, Diamond F23, not 2300, a Diamond F23 is it's a 2 meter, and that's my personal C4FM link. I don't say why I say personal, but it is. It's because I run two different links, one for myself for around my area here, and one for the Bunya Mountains. Anyway, I've rambled on enough already. G1NLQ, VK4, Golf Romeo Bravo. But that's what's happening here. But the HF is down at the present time, like all my links are too. Okay, back to you there, Dave.
VK4 DGM for a comment.
There, mate. Yeah, well, this explains a lot of what you're doing there and trying to do. So, yeah, all good, mate, all good. I will just see if, Adrian, are you there? Have you sussed out where the the German women's soccer team is now. VK2 Golf Hotel G1LQ.
VK4DGM for a comment.
Yeah, go Daryl.
Yeah, VK4DGM returning. I meant to comment too. In the morning, between 10 and 2, our head office here of the ABC Radio is having an open house day. So they're going to show, open up the studios and that there. And I just got a text message from one of the newsreaders. They're gonna cook me a sausage sandwich for breakfast in the morning. So that's all good. G1NLQ, VK4DGM.
Yeah, VK for DGM G1LQ. Yeah. Food will entice you anywhere, won't it, Daryl? All good there, mate. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'll have to have a look on ABC News a bit later. All good. Let's see if Adrian's there, and Jiminy Cricket's there, I see as well, G4 WIP. Adrian, are you there from G1NLQ? No, he must be cooking dinner or something of that nature. Yeah. I'll just pop it up to Golf 4, Whiskey India Papa G1NLQ. Morning from G1NLQ.
Hey, G1NLQ. Good morning and good day, everybody. Yeah, just popped in. I've been trying to get the PC up and running. It seems to be working now, but I was on my Android phone a minute ago, and so you probably see me popping in and out. And that's all I've been doing this morning, trying to get things working. And because I hadn't used them for a little while, but situation here at home is pretty much the same. Still suffering the immobility, but I'm going to get someone knock at the door in any minute now, so I won't stay in for long. But anyway, it's nice to hear you guys on there. Just to mention that my local repeater here, which is Echolink and IRLP, equipped GB3 Lee Valley, available on the Echolink. I know some of you guys use it. It's just been refurbished. It's got new coax on its antennas. It's got increased range. It's got a new radio. It's got a Kenwood radio rather than the old Stono unit. And as I say, it's active on IRLP 5600 and on Echolink as well. So you'll find it in the lists. So if anybody wants to have a shout through there, the more the merrier. Anyway, I'll duck out again, but I'll just listen for a while. As I say, I'm scuttling around the house as things go. G1NLQ, G4WIP, Jiminy Cricket here on the mic.
Yeah, okay, Alan. Yeah, I'll pop that one down, GB3 Lima Victor, Lee Valley. Funny enough, I did have a look there the other day, rather briefly. I was going down through the Echolinks and I was saying, a mate phoned, so I switched everything off from that, went back up, and the computer had done an update and decided to deshaft my programs on. I was having nightmares there. All good. Let's pop it. We'll disappear in a minute. Leave the Aussie room to whoever wants it then. I will pop it back over to Jens. Delta Lima 4, Fox Charlie Tango, G1LQ.
Yeah, G1NLQ, DL4 FCT for the group. Yeah, it was great listening to all the stations there, Daryl, and all the best to you, Daryl. And I don't know who else is still there because I haven't got this dashboard here in front of me at the moment. So Yeah, well, it was quite a big group as usual, and I thought to myself maybe I should give it a call as well, because I have my scat in the morning as well, also with Australia and the UK. So that's and this is done on C4FM. But then I always know, and today I said, okay, I have to to switch over just to talk also to Gary about it. And thank you very much for your explanation, Gary. It was very very interesting, and I hope that everything goes okay with your refurbishing, not refurbishing, rebuilding. I think it's a rebuilding all of your antennas there. So I think I cannot imagine how much work this is. Quite a lot, definitely. So all the best. So I will make this my last one. It was good talking to all of you, and I don't know whether Adrian has heard it or so, but anyway, we'll be hearing much more about this and hopefully successful matches there from Wyong. But they are fighting. The matches will be in Sydney and New Zealand, I think. So I don't know where exactly, but let's wait and see. Okay, I put the mic back to you. I will still be listening a little bit, but then moving away because I've got other things to do as well. It was great talking to you, and thank you very much for letting me in, Dave. And mic back to you, G1NOQ, DL4FCT for the nice group.
Yeah, DL4, Fox Charlie Tango, G1NLQ. Yeah, okay there, Jens, good to hear you as normal, mate. And it's a nice little group we get on here. So it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And
that was a big net.
Yeah, big net this morning, and lots coming in. Yeah, we had Don come in as well, but he disappeared. He's probably going to get his tea, VK4FAX. He popped in there as well, and there's VK4 DOC there as well. Sorry, VK5 DOC from Adelaide. He's a lurking there, so I will just pop it over to him, and then we'll disappear. VK5 DCO G1NLQ, DOC should I say? Yeah. I think he might be in listening mode. All right, guys, good to hear you. To you, Gary, to Brian, Lisa, to Jens, to Daryl, to Alan, and to anybody else that's there. I'll say 73s, and it's what 11:15,
Wow.
and I better get some things done. So we'll catch hold of you later. All have a good one. This is G1NLQ closing the Radio Club of Thanet net as it's known. The worldwide net. We will say 73s and catch all of you later. G1NLQ going that way. Uluru.
Have a good day there, Eddie and Dave, VK4DJ Miru. And I think it should be an interesting day at the ABC. They're also looking at putting back on their shortwave transmitters too down in Melbourne. They just put a contract out to install some new antennas. So they need to broadcast to Indonesia, Malaysia and Samoa and all them places. So we'll see how they go. All right, have a good one. VK4DJ, we'll be listening.
Yeah, okay there, mate. Yeah, well, I bring it in via a VPN on a couple of modes, and we quite often sit and watch ABC News in the evenings here, which is your mornings.
Yeah.
We do that quite regularly, so they've got fans over here as well, so it's all good. It's nice to hear it. So. Yeah, okay, Daryl, good to hear you, mate. Enjoy, and hope the supper goes well there. 73, mate, from G1LQ.